Hi, I'm Lee Brimlow, a developer evangelist at Adobe, and I'm here with Thibaut Imbert, who's a product manager on the Flash runtime team. How's it going, Thibaut?
Good.
So with Flash Player 11, we released Stage 3D, which is a new GPU-accelerated rendering engine for Flash, and that enables people to build incredible 3D and 2D games, right? So we're now bringing this to mobile.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of amazing content being produced with the Stage 3D APIs, codenamed MoleHill. And we're so excited to introduce that in AIR 3.2 now. So people who have been developing content on the desktop using the Stage 3D APIs directly, or even with frameworks, Starling, ND2D, Citrus Engine, and others, then they're going to be able to port that to mobile using AIR 3.2 with Stage 3D.
So you actually have some demos, right, that you're going to show us?
Yeah, so I have a few demos I'd like to show you. So let's get started. So that's one demo that you may be familiar with. That's
the bunny mark,
the bunny mark, and a lot of people have been using this test to test the performance of different technologies. So here's a little test with some background being animated, like a mesh moving, if you see. And then there's this little guy here to test also the overlay and the little bunny. So we basically have 3 layers here. And if I go and press this little button here, this text field, I have like all those, thousands of bunnies moving around. And here I have
still running at 60 frames per second.
60 frames per second, 2500. There's some alpha blending because the little bunnies are actually, their alpha is being modified as they move. And I could go and add more bunnies and it's still running great. So
that's incredible.
That's the kind of performance you're going to get with Stage 3D. This example has been directly coded on top of the Stage 3D API. It's not using any particular framework, but obviously you could develop a framework or use a framework to do that.
Okay, that's amazing.
Another demo that actually well, because
this is familiar, yeah.
Yeah, this is familiar. This demo is using Starling, the framework that you've been using also.
Yeah, and this is integrated with the Nape physics engine.
Exactly, and the advantage of the Starling framework is that you use APIs that like traditional display-list APIs. So if I move those objects around, it's using the Nape physics engine, and same thing, performance is great, it's extremely reactive.
That is a great demo.
That's a cool demo.
Slightly biased.
Yeah, I know, because apparently you've been building that demo.
I have been, yeah.
Yeah. So that's another demo I wanted to show you. That's another
great one.
Another great one. This is a little game developed with Starling and using particles. You see the touch is great, the performance is great. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that people will be able to do with Stage 3D using frameworks and directly compile that to iOS, Android, and also the desktop.
And because it's using Starling, you don't have to learn any new APIs, right?
You don't have to.
Using the same APIs.
So you have to develop for mobile, obviously, because mobile is a different thing than desktop. But yes, you're using the same techniques and the same APIs on the desktop.
Nice.
And here's a last example I'd like to show you. This demo has been built by the guys from Waste Creative. Matt Groves provided that demo, and I'm super excited about this demo. So it's similar kind of game, but it has tons of effects like particle explosion, and the performance is super nice.
That's amazing.
So you'll see enemy is going to be there soon. It's exploding, tons of particles. Then if I go on those little objects here, I'm going to be exploding. Here's the explosion.
So that's a bad thing, right? That you just made up.
That's actually a bad thing. But check this out. This is the performance that you have now with Stage 3D. Now, what's great is that the guys from Waste Creative were nice enough to provide the source code to developers. So you'll be able to download this example and study how it's been developed.
So was this built with an existing framework?
So it's been developed with their own framework, but what's great is that you'll be able to discover how it's been built and see how the framework has been architected. So you'll be learning a lot of things by studying this framework. Now, as a developer, what's great is that at the end of the day, you'll be able to develop your game with Stage 3D on the desktop and also target millions of devices. So iOS devices, Android devices, and even more maybe in the future. So 60 frames per second games with Stage 3D for you available right now.
That's incredible.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming by, Thibaut, and showing those demos.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, so definitely recommend you check out Adobe AIR 3.2 so you can utilize Stage 3D on mobile. And thanks for watching.
Thanks.